occupation for a living. That is to say that ever since he returned from Korea, after having served with the armed forces, he had been working as a private investigator in Montreal. William Hamilton, a rich industrialist, had gotten in touch with him regarding a simple vandalism issue. Nothing to write home about. Not worth hiring a private eye either, just so he can drive for hours on rough roads. But that's how it had always been. The client pays, Carl gets it done. They had set up to meet at the general store, his client's business. Well, actually, the entire village had William Hamilton's name written all over it. When the roads were bad, muddy, or snowed in, it was customary around these parts to close them off. But it was also customary to ignore those signs entirely and drive there anyway.
Okay, let's have a little gander around here so we can find... Ooh, a glass bottle. Let's have a walk up this tower and see what we can find at the top. Spooky masks and everything. We got something up here. Bolt cutters. What are they? Fire starters. Okay. Let's go inspect the gate then, shall we?
Hamilton never mentioned a road blocking barrier. Why was it needed here in the back of Beyond? That would, however, be a mystery for another day. Carl had waited long enough for someone to come and raise it.
Let's go and use his phone.
Hamilton no doubt knew who managed the barrier. Carl wanted to give him a call, but that would have been too easy though, as sure enough the line was acting up.
Ooh, spooky. I understand. It will be good. Let's cut this lock off here then.
Still not a soul in sight. There was no point in waiting any longer. Carl had to figure this one out by himself. Hamilton is waiting for Carl in the general store. It was time for him to get down to business. William Hamilton enjoyed a lavish country house built in the very heart of the northern forests, not too far from here. The local populace was divided when it came to the affluent man. Some saw a wealthy philanthropist dedicated to improving the region's economy. Others an aging Englishman who would do anything to further his fortunes. And those ones hated him enough to go on about scheming against him.
This road is not safe.
They acquired a few local businesses, but the last straw was the reopening of a mine, which gave rise to a wave of protests and threats from the Cree people. Given these circumstances, Carl reckoned that a good number of people must be feeling compelled to oppose Hamilton in one way or another. So far, only the industrialist's house had been a target, but soon enough, Carl thought, the target would become the man himself.
Well, that was a bit dramatic, wasn't it?
Carl needed to get out of there. The cold and the pain required urgent care. It was so cold. Already Carl did not feel his toes anymore.
Oh, let's go and check that car. Oh, they got out. Someone's
The
disappeared.
driver had taken off. It was still best to check it out and leave nothing to chance. Carl needed help. It was a small, locked box engraved with the letters W.H. Carl thought about taking it. Nothing was to be left to chance. Such heart-wrenching Nordic poetry that was. But Carl didn't care much about flowery language.
Here's a watchtower in a building. Oh, I see. I'm meant to light a fire here. Let's go and have a look in this watchtower quickly. Wasting my time. Nice. I mean, there's no fires going to be going on this time of year by the look of it.
Cold turned into pain. Carl needed to find someplace warm.
He needs to heal his wounds. Oh, so we can't drive that anymore. Let's warm ourselves up, and that also saves the game as well, which is kind of nice. It's like Dark Souls bonfire lit, man. What's that eye thing? What's that mean? There we go, keep that warm from that cabin for someone else. Whoever the hell is in this hellhole as well. My lord, it's very snowy. It's probably in a blizzard or something. It's like the opposite of Firewatch, man, at this rate.
Spread out on a few acres
Manistan
of
region.
forest, bellowing caribou, everlasting snow, and undefiled lakes. The Manistan region was no tourist hub. It was said to have been populated for millennia by Cree people, and ever since the industrial era, by the metal mining industry.
I have no idea where we're meant to be going, boys.
The truck was running on fumes. Good thing that the general store was close by.
Okay, let's have a look in the store and see what we can find. Oh. Uh-oh.
Carl had no trouble recognizing his employer. He had been killed. There was no need to be a detective to figure that out. But only a detective could have noticed that the killer had to have been very close. That the fatal blow had been given before the victim even realized.
Can we take a photo of it, can we? Let's go like that. Let's get my kneecap in it. Yeah, look at that. Woo! Yeah, that's quite a good photo, boys. Was this Dead Rising right now? I mean, he won't be needing this food anymore, so can we just, like, empty this shop into the back of our van? Truck. We've got a tilt. Oh!
An explosion suddenly occurred outside.
I hope this game is not a horror. I did not sign up for this, man. What's this here?
According to that log, it seemed like the whole village owed some money to the general store. Carl was far more interested in the bunch of nearby addresses he had just gotten his hands on, though. Carl knew that Gilles Lachance was in charge of the general store. That made him one of Hamilton's employees. A very angry employee, as Carl could plainly see. Jumping from that height was akin to tempting death. Perhaps that man on the snowmobile had seen enough of this world already.
Mood. Don't necessarily want to go outside yet. In case there's something out there. Spooky time. Ooh! Nope!
Maintaining his composure, Carl recalled something from his military training. Wolves always stay away from populated areas. Wait, was it about bears?
Where did they go? I don't want to find out, man. Okay, so is this generator on? Okay, so we need to get some.
Electrician, but he could identify a wiring problem when he saw one.
Let's go and try and find some cables. Anything in here worthwhile? No. Let it be known, you have nothing more.
It was in the air. Seems like some villagers barely tolerated each other.
Oof. Just a standard friendly community, that's all. Oh, I like that, how their footprints are still there. Look at that. What's that thing? What's that? Is that a car?
Carl felt that the store and its surroundings still held their secrets, and he didn't like to miss out.
Oh, what's that?
The car was stuck under the lift.
Oh.
Notwithstanding Carl's imposing stature, car lifting wasn't part of his skill set yet. Carl was used to strange phenomena, but a chunk of ice like this, as if an iceberg came out of the ground, that was a first.
Oh, there's another pack there. What? There's another one there.
The Polaroid, Carl's long-standing and faithful ally, had seen its share of husbands caught red-handed cheating. There's always something out there waiting to be snapped away.
Oh, look at that. You can actually see, like, moose prints or something on the picture. That's weird. Is there anything worthwhile in here?
It had to be the worst parking job ever.
I've
It
done
was
worse.
Carl to judge, though. It may be customary to park like that around these parts, or not.
Oh, look how cheap it is. Oh. I like how a truck's running on fumes and it's still going.
Something fell to the bottom of the box.
We're gone. Lovely.
A murder weapon. What was that doing there, Carl wondered. Hamilton must have been determined to keep some information secret to post this key. Shame he got unlucky. Everything made sense now. Poor Hamilton's denunciation was interrupted, and he figured it would be best to lock everything up and send the key to his correspondent, who would receive the box later on. Clever, but not enough. That's what happens to ordinary people playing spy.
That engine is obnoxiously loud, man. Please put a muffler on it. Oh, something over here. At least we know it's fragile. True. True. Bet Amazon would still like to mess that up, though. Right, let's pick this up.
At
Ooh.
long last, the crowbar was within Carl's grasp. Surely it would come in handy at some point.
Let's go and refuel this truck that's apparently been running on fumes for a wee while now.
Carl knew straight away where to find the infuriated Gilles Lachance. Any good investigation would have to start there.
It's down here, there's something in here. Let's go and have a look.
There should be a law forbidding doctors from falling sick.
Oh! What was that?
Carl got the trembles as he imagined the excruciating pain that kind of scalpel could no doubt inflict. Within these miserable walls, patients probably felt more like in a slaughterhouse than in a doctor's office.
Oh dear.
Someone had lost a few liters of blood here. Carl's first thought had been a lumber accident, someone's hand cut by a saw, or a hunting accident. In any case, whoever had lost all this blood couldn't have gone far. Perhaps they were already dead.
I never did quite catch her name. The man called her Laureen. She had a neck wound. There was so much blood. The bullet had done a lot of damage, probably hitting the... I'm not even bothering saying that because I can't do that. It was hopeless. She had a cardiac arrest. The man had found her like this. They said, I doubt it though, but in a small town like this, it's usually best to turn a blind eye. I've been told to step back from sending out the death certificate. The whole thing sickens me. So there's been a cover up there.
The Communist Manifesto. Only a few years ago, this type of allegiance meant prison time. And even at present, the Western world was very wary of the Soviet threat. Why would the doctor own such a book? Nobody kills a rich patient to start a revolution. It didn't make any sense. He had to dig deeper still to understand. Luckily, that was Carl Faubert's specialty.